Hey Pisces, welcome back to Love from a Leo. So this month of October, you're going to be focusing on the status of who you are, what position you play, and then also how certain challenges can be manipulated into becoming your biggest blessing. I think it is also very important for you to be focused on time and using it effectively to get things done, okay? So we're starting new things. I think there's going to be a lot of planning, organizing during this October, okay? So in the past, we're starting off with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Last month, you were starting to question the choices that you've made in the past. So I think you made the decision to retreat into yourself and kind of become a loner or an introvert. Or I think if there was a situation where you had to choose between a Virgo and someone else, you chose the Virgo. This could be a Virgo sun, moon, rising, Venus. Behind that, we have the Four of Pentacles. So I think you were trying to find stability within yourself. The Four of Pentacles is a card of saving, planning. So I think you were just kind of focusing on yourself, but also focusing on stability. Now, if you were dealing with another person in this situation, I definitely think that you were choosing to settle down with this person or work hard with this person to achieve bigger and better goals for yourself. So where in this situation did you feel like you made the wrong choice? Why did you feel like you had made the wrong choice? Eight of Swords. Okay, so I'm thinking that a lot of you made this choice thinking that you were going to have peace of mind, things are going to become more simple. But with the Eight of Swords here, it's definitely showcasing that you were feeling trapped. You were feeling isolated. I think you started to feel like you chose your own demise in a sense, like you had to sacrifice a piece of yourself in order to coexist with the decision that you had made. Let's say someone decided to settle down and you look back and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. So maybe like a premature decision that was made, or maybe not. I don't think it was premature. I think it was just like you had so many options and this is the first one that you actually went and tried to see, you know, how it would turn out for you. And it just happened to be that you aren't really feeling what you picked. So what would you like to do instead? What is the direction that you want to go instead? Okay, so we have the Hierophant in reverse and we have the Five of Pentacles. So Hierophant in reverse, you definitely want to shake what's been set in stone. The foundation, you want it to collapse. You want things to start over. I think you want things to have like a reboot. And then Five of Pentacles, I also think that you want to financially and spiritually like renovate yourself. I think you need a little bit more support in order to do the things that you want to do. And so I think that also had a big impact on what you chose to do in that situation. You know what I mean? So it was like there was factors that were really coming into play that made you pick what you felt like you had to do in the moment, such as financially being codependent on someone, or maybe just feeling like you don't have the means to live the life that you want to live. So that's something that needs to be worked on. That's a lot of things that needs to be unpacked, and I think it's just going to be something that you have to learn over time. For those of you who were dealing with people, what signs were around you in this past situations? Alrighty, so we got an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus Aquarius. And then we also have the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. They're showing up here. So those are the people that were possibly around you. So definitely a lot of air energy. With that being said, maybe you had like this sense of idea, you have these thoughts that you wanted to do, like that they would play out right. But then once things started to settle in, I think you started to notice that this is not what you actually wanted. So what is the advice for Pisces to be able to move efficiently, you know, and make better decisions in the future? Prince of Cups, mutable water. So this is Piscean energy. You definitely want to make your focus be healing and connecting the parts that have maybe been disconnected, refreshing, renewal. And this is all about the emotional side, the emotional aspect of the situation. When you're talking about this past situation where you feel like you made the wrong move, or maybe you involved the wrong people, you just need to figure out how to communicate and sit down and connect those dots that have been disconnected, so to speak. So just figure out how people are feeling and how you can make it to where people are feeling a little bit more smooth and even in a way that makes everyone feel emotionally safe. So moving on into your present energy, we do have the Queen of Swords here. communicative energy at its finest. But this is being logical when you're communicating. So you're focusing on the facts, you're focusing on how to be creative with your logic, and you're also figuring out how to improve things in a way that makes sense, you know? For example, if you're running a business, you're gonna look at the numbers to be able to tell what you need to improve or what's your best seller. So that's the type of energy that this is being focused on. So why are we seeing the Queen of Swords pop up? And if this is a person, we'll see who it is in a second. So we have the Four of Wands here. So this is a very good card when it comes to having a happy home life. The domestic part of your life seems to be very stable. But I think it's because you have been strategic in the actions that you've been committing to. So that's beautiful. It looks like you're being smarter. For some people, I don't know why I got the feeling to say this, but I do feel like some Pisces are literally having to debate with themselves if they're going to do good or bad. You know what I'm saying? This month it's like this, okay, I'm going to be logical about the situation. So I'm not going to focus on what I want to feel in the moment. I'm going to focus on what is going to be logically and strategically placed in my path so that things will stay cohesive and happy and joyful. So for some of you, you may be sacrificing your desires in order to have, you know, the abundance that you seek. Is that a bad thing? No, but I do think it is something that takes a lot of commitment and discipline. Who are you having this happy home life with? Who's involved in the situation for Pisces? There's definitely an Aquarius. So for those of you who were having issues with an Aquarius in your past, I think you just made the wrong movement with that person, but I don't think that keeping them in your life was the wrong move. I think that you guys were just going about it in a weird way. This Aquarius is definitely supposed to be here. And the Aquarius card has come out as well, the Star card. So it's like everything that you needed was inside of you and with you all along. And it's really about having this determined, logical way of looking at things. Remember, we're really focused on this air energy. So this Aquarius is popping up very, very strongly, okay? We have the Queen of Swords, which is fixed air. We have the Star card, which is Aquarius, which is the same as fixed air. And then to back that up, we also have the Queen of Swords. So this Aquarius is very, very, very important. Looking at it, it looks like there definitely is an Aquarius person around, but this could just be that Aquarian energy. Maybe it's just like you are feeling like you're a part of something, like you're contributing to the bigger and greater good for all things around you. For a lot of you, it's definitely dealing with your family. It just looks like everything is on the up and up, you know? It really looks like you're focusing on your priorities. You're focusing on the long term. And long term being, yeah, you may be able to go out and have fun with this person and do all of that, but when you're in a relationship or when you're dealing with the family, every decision you make follows you. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like a vapid type of relationship. It's a long-lasting, consciously working on keeping a relationship together, a family unit together. That takes work. Having, miscellaneous activities with other people that you don't really care about, it's very quick. It's like you're really working on something to be strong and stable for the future. You broke down everything that you believed in the past. Maybe you were a player, or maybe you were someone who never believed that you wanted more for yourself when it came to that domestic style of living. And I think you somehow evolved to where you're like, your priority is having a family. It just seems like you were trying to fix the parts that maybe you felt like you failed in before. You are very responsible this October, or for a lot of you, you have transformed into becoming a responsible person, period. Not just this month, but just in the following years to come. It just looks like you've matured. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't even think there's anything else that needs to be said about that present energy. You have matured. You have upgraded in many different ways, Pisces. So congratulations, my love. Moving on into your future energy. So this is a sneak peek into your November. 5 of Wands in reverse. So this is a lot of argumentative energy, but I don't want that to freak you out. I do, however, think that this is arguments coming towards you. So you are being confronted. You are not being the confronter. I think someone's confronting you about what makes you happy. I think they're questioning what you are willing to tolerate, what makes you happy, what keeps you sane. And it's almost like they're just doing it to get under your skin. That's the vibe that I'm feeling. It's almost like if you don't show that it angers you or anything, they're going to be upset. So with that being said, don't feed into it. It's someone who's trying to get something out of you. It's someone who's trying to pull an emotion out of you. This could definitely be an emotional vampire, energy vampire. So don't feed into the negativity. There's something very strange with this situation. I'm going to go ahead and see who this is because I feel like this is a parasitic type of energy for sure. It's a Capricorn. So there's a Capricorn sun, moon, rising, or Venus who will confront you in November. And they may say some things that may offend you, or they may be harsh with their words, or they may try to say things that make you feel down. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like they're just trying to pull you down under with them. So it may not be a person who has their shit together. It could be a person who does, but it looks like it's someone who's really just trying to pull you down and anchor you with them. What are they going to be talking to you about? What are they going to confront you with? They may come at you with information about your relationship. They may try to push you away from the idea of romance. So let's say you're a person who's in a relationship and you always are talking about your partner. You're always cherishing the fact that you're with someone that you truly love. This person may come in and be like, well, yeah, well, you know, every guy cheats or every girl lies. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy, right? So it may be deceiving. It may even seem like they are just having a conversation, whatever. But in reality, they're really trying to get into your psyche and be like, I don't want to be happy. I don't want to be in a relationship, because they secretly have an issue with their relationship, or maybe they're not in a relationship. It's very toxic. It's parasitic is the word. It's parasitic, you know? It's like they want to tear you down. They really want to see you fail, at least in that aspect, your relationship. And then the other card I have is the Seven of Wands. So they may, if this person is very close to you, this could be a person who is definitely trying to manipulate you during November. Like get into your head, get into your psyche. You know, attack your defenses from the inside out, which is like self-esteem, confidence, willpower, determination. They make you question all of that shit. So this could very well be a family member, because a lot of times people think that, oh, this is my family, I'm related to them. And when it comes to spirituality and esoteric things, family doesn't necessarily mean you knew them or you're related to them. It's just in this life, this is who you're connected to. This is the part that they play in your life. And a lot of times I do see when I do people's readings, it's a lot of times it's a family member that's doing the damage, or they did damage and they don't even realize it. And this person is feeding off of that person's gratitude or that person's attitude towards them. And really, in reality, they don't care about them. It's like you're related in this earthly dimension, this 3D dimension, but in the spiritual realm, this is a person who could have attacked you in the past life. This is a person who could have been your enemy in your past life. You just never know who these people's spirits are. So you have to learn how to disattach from physically how people appear and look at their spirit. That's how you're going to be able to really navigate. And I think you being a water sign, you're very good at doing that in the first place. But sometimes we forget, you know, sometimes we do get wrapped up in this 3D realm. And during this October, I do think it might be an issue for you. But not an issue. I'm not going to say it's an issue, but I do think that's something you're going to be doing. But in November, I think you have to be a little bit more spiritually inclined. You need to have your senses heightened, because there's definitely going to be some parasitic energy coming your way. So what do we need to do during November for you to be protected? Because I do think this person is parasitic. Like I said, that's the word of the day, apparently. 10 of Cups, the water card. So this is where you come in, Pisces, as your full Pisces self. So you need to reflect on how you feel emotionally and then express that to certain people. And when you express this, pay attention to how they respond to you. And it's going to tell you who really gives a fuck about you and who really doesn't. Because they're going to have this sense of guilt whenever you're being 100% vulnerable with them. Or they may seem too eager. So really look at that. They're either going to be too eager, or they're going to be like they want to push you away from talking about your feelings because they feel guilty, because they know they really don't give a fuck about you. So be very cognizant of that. Yeah, there's a lot that's going to be happening in your November. I'm very interested to see what's going on. Pisces, I do feel like your November is going to be huge for you, but this is an October reading. So with that being said, October is going to be all about some type of Aquarian, air type communicative energy for you. I do think you're going to excel. I think you're going to feel very happy and very established. But when we look into November, things are going to get a little weird. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you are updated whenever I do upload your November reading, because it's going to be a little crazy. I can already feel it. Thank you for watching this October reading. Make sure you like the video so that you let YouTube know that you are interested in this type of content. Make sure the notification bell is turned on. Email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com if you would like a private or personalized reading for you specifically, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, Pisces.